Everyone, it's Saturday morning on the 27th of January. It's over, folks. February's coming this week. What happened? Where did it go? I'm telling you, January used to be the longest month of the year, but I just don't know that we get long months anymore. They're always so poof, gone. Time is flying by for sure. Mama's eating breakfast and I'm just drinking coffee. I didn't get anything offered to me this morning.
Bless its little heart.
Well, who's got a plate and who don't?
I just set your plate over in the sink.
We just had a beautiful breakfast. Biscuits and bacon and eggs. And Mama's eating, of course, jelly and biscuit.
And bacon on it.
A little protein on it. Thank you, Mama.
So bacon don't count for nothing.
But I'm going to tell y'all something for sure. As long as I have my cup of y'all's coffee.
That's steaming like crazy.
Because it's hot coffee, Mama.
I just poured that cup.
This
Is that your second or third cup?
is my second. Thank you.
Oh.
This size. But that's fine. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30. Who's not had their second cup of coffee, right? I mean, exactly. So Darian sent me a text yesterday reminding me. Darian Brandon at y'all's Sweet Tea. If you order anything from their site today, now you can always use John at the coupon code, capital JOHN, and you'll get 10% off. So I don't know if that'll still work today or not, but you'll find out when you get on there. He didn't tell me that part. But whatever you order, if you order a t-shirt, if you order Mama's sweatshirt from last night, not this morning, the one she had on last night, that's a y'all's Sweet Tea. And summer's coming, folks. It's February this week. So they have tons and tons of t-shirts. And they're all neat. And Mama loves them. She wears them all the time. Because of the texture. And they're just soft. Now, I would wear them. But I don't wear t-shirts. So, that's my story. But they're giving away a pack of their coffee. So, if you've been thinking, I'd like to try their coffee, but I don't know if I like it or not. And I don't want just order anything today. Go order you a t-shirt you know you're going to love. They're going to throw you in some coffee and you're going to try it for free.
You might order something to get you some more coffee.
Who says I haven't already, Mama?
Oh, you've already. Oh, I'm sorry.
Their coffee is good. Now, I have drank coffee for years and years and hundreds of years, feels like. And I wouldn't tell y'all it was good if it wasn't. We have nothing to gain from telling you all that you all's spices and their coffee and their tea is delicious if it wasn't. I mean, nothing to gain from it. So we
I'll
want
say
to.
one thing, that lime pepper, is that what it is?
Lime pepper.
Was delicious on that
Oh my
fish.
gosh.
It took it off.
Lime pepper. I use lime pepper on chicken because it's just so good. I use it on fish. I use it in my tuna salad all summer last year. Every time I made tuna salad, I sprinkled that lime pepper in it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like parsley or other ingredient. It's not like it just powers the lime in there. It ain't like, oh, I don't want all that lime. You just get a subtle hint of clean, fresh, and a bright note to whatever you're eating. Is that a good way to explain it?
I liked it better than I do the lemon pepper. Sometimes is a little stronger than me.
The lime
But
just
the lime
has.
is a more subtle.
You can tell that it's the thing. You can tell the difference if you don't use it, but it definitely brightens the whole dish. It's just something about it that if you're doing fish, it takes off that fishy flavor, but yet it still tastes like tuna. It don't overpower. It just makes everything mellow and wonderful. I mean, and that fish we had last night, you could just taste that little hint of the lime, and it just brightened the whole thing up. So I just love it for that reason. It's delicious. Of course, y'all know I use ranch on everything, and we love that Southern Secret. So if I was going to recommend, all their spices are good. Their Bama burger's good on any kind of meat. Now, Bama, sometimes, like it'll say Bama burger, and you may think, well, that's for burgers. Bama burger is for any kind of beef casserole. You can put that in your goulash. You can put it in your spaghetti sauce. You can put it meatloaf. It's good. It's just good. Basically, if Mama and I are going to use beef, we're going to sprinkle a little Bama burger on it. Even a pork roast. Bama burger pork roast. I mean, it's just that flavor goes through there. Their seasons can be used in so many things. I use ranch on about everything. You know, ranch is a dressing, and it does make a wonderful, thick, rich dressing, and I love it. But I use that ranch as a seasoning, too, on my chicken, on my fish, too. So most everything gets a little dash of ranch, and then fish especially gets a little dash of that lime pepper. So good. But anyhow, let's get to the good part again. So if you go and you order a cutting board from them, or you order a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, or you order coffee or tea or whatever, you're going to get a pack of coffee free. Yesterday and today.
Deal.
So if you ordered yesterday, look for that pack of coffee. When you get your order, don't say, I didn't order coffee. It was free. Now, you won't see that anywhere when you order. Okay? So like if you go in and order a t-shirt, it ain't going to say at the end, and here's your free thing of coffee. It's just going to be your t-shirt order. You'll pay for your t-shirt. But everything that was ordered yesterday and today, when they package it, and they do their own, so they can do this. It's not like, you know, they've got several people helping them, but it's right there, and they're there packing every day, too. They're just going to, at the end of the order, throw a pack of coffee in there. So you'll just get it automatically. So don't get upset when you get to the end of your order and it didn't have my coffee on. And don't put coffee on your order thinking you'll get it free. They'll give you the free stuff. But if you want to order 2 or 3 packs of coffee, you may already know you got, you love their coffee and you're like, well, this is like a buy one, get one free. So order your coffee, order your tea, order your other stuff, and then just know they're going to throw another pack of coffee in there. And I love that. They do stuff all the time. If you watch their video, they're giving away bog bags. They're giving away this. They give away. They are a part of the community. They're not from someplace far off and decided to open up and sell us some tea and some spices. They live right here in the South. They are a part of all of us. They're a part of Tennessee. They're a part of Alabama. They're a part. All this whole area is theirs. And they're at home here. So it means something to them. And you mean something to them. That's that local hometown goodness that you can feel.
Family operated things are really
Exactly.
friends like that close by us.
Exactly. I mean, that's
support your local stuff is what you should do.
Exactly. So Mama has said, and I wish I had it on video, that she didn't have nothing planned for today, and I'm holding her to that.
I can always change my mind.
No, Mama. No, this is one of the
I ain't in stone. There ain't nothing in stone.
Your word is your bond, Mama. Mm-hmm. She's told me we're not doing anything today.
I said I really don't have nothing planned today.
I'm glad she said it on video. I've got it. Woo!
That I had nothing planned.
We were planning on going junking today, or antiquing. And that was kind of, it's kind of what we talked about last night, because I don't know who we thought we were, making a plan to do something fun, and I don't know who we thought we were that the weather in East Tennessee was going to cooperate with it. And we can drive in the rain. You know, the vehicles have got hoods on them and all. But
hoods, tops.
Tops. I just don't want to get out and stomp around the rain today and try to haul stuff in and out in the rain. So we may save that for a better day, but it's supposed to rain here pretty much all day today. And all evening too.
When they say 100%, it's kind of...
That's kind of like 100%.
That's kind of short.
And it's 100% raining out there right now. Yeah, I hear it. It's 100% raining right now. So anyhow, that's what we've done. We have got up, sat out on the sun porch, played around with Abby. She's eating. She's a happy pup today. We've sat in front of the fireplace a while and talked about what we wasn't going to do, which is my favorite thing to do. And Mama cooked breakfast.
Yep, that's all I've done.
I cook a lot of times on Saturday, but she had bacon in the oven, delicious bacon in the oven, and had biscuits going, and we were well into eating. It's a wonderful day. Are y'all having a wonderful day? Are you staying safe? Let's see what things are saying here. Women prerogative to change her mind, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Gail, I'm gonna have to scroll on up, Gail. I don't know.
You just don't want to read that.
Good morning, Diane. Good morning, John and Mama. I just got finished with fixing bacon. Shirley, how do you fix yours? Mama put this in the oven today. We either do the Macro Pro Grill or the oven because it's so splattery and nasty, and the bacon just lays flat in the oven. I'll show you here how she.
I put the aluminum foil on my pan because I don't want.
We don't want to wash it.
Scrub the pan. I wash it, but I don't want to scrub the bacon stuff off from it.
You don't want to scrub the bacon stuff off from it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a snowman on that shirt.
Ain't nothing on this shirt.
She's through them snowmen, she
I
said.
packed all them up. I packed every one of them up.
It kind of scared me when I first seen her in that blue sweatshirt because I thought, that ain't the
You
going
thought I fibbed and had the snowman sweatshirt on, didn't you?
No, I thought, that ain't the going out outside the house shirt.
No.
That's a work shirt. Is she up to something?
I could be up to something.
And we will probably. That's what we do. Mama and our plans are written in invisible ink or in disappearing ink.
Disappearing ink.
We will sit right here with full intentions of making a plan and following it. And then we'll think, we need to do so and so. And one of us will catch sight of a rabbit out of the corner of our eyes, and we'll chase a rabbit the rest of the day and do something totally different that we didn't even contemplate doing. And that's what our day's about. We'll be sitting here planning on, we're going to organize something today. We're going to do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And then one of us will say, we ought to go antiquing. Well, let's go. Up we'll go, and we'll spend the whole day out plundering around. So our plans are always like that. But I like it that way. Nothing's in stone, as Mama says. We just do what we want to, don't we, Mama?
Yeah, that's it.
Mama had a friend have a birthday yesterday. You want to?
Oh, that was Miss Lorraine.
Miss
She
Lorraine.
turned 90.
One of Mama's bingo buddies. And happy birthday to Miss Lorraine from yesterday. Yeah. And I think she deserves the whole month. So let's just celebrate her for a whole month.
She turned 90, and she's a beautiful woman, and she don't look her age. No way.
And energy for days. I hope to be as young as her someday. Mm-hmm. And I hope to be as young as Mama someday. All of those ladies are much younger than me.
Mama's said about Mommy and Daddy and older people, they were made out of better quality stuff than I was.
Mama, you made out of some tough stuff now, I want to tell you. Those ladies that Mama runs around with, they are so sweet, and I am so thankful every day that they got to be Mama got to be a part of their group, and that they come into Mama's life, because Mama needed that. Mama has friends, tons of friends, wonderful friends, but they're not the friends that she sees regularly or every day. It's maybe 2 or 3 times a year, or maybe at the grocery store, something like that. People don't visit like they used to because people's busy. I don't know what happened to us. But
all of my friends that I play with, I'll name all of them so they won't leave them. Liv and Jan and Rhonda and Barb, and there's just a whole lot of them. Faye, just a bunch of them. I just love them all.
Now you're in a mess, Mama. Wow. You started naming, you ain't got them all named.
Well, these are some I traveled with and played cards with, and
they're a blessing. They really are. They're good Christian women, and they're good humor, and they take care of Mama, and Mama takes care of them, and that's what it's supposed to be about. And they get together.
That's the reason I got to travel this past year.
Now, Rhonda would be like my sister from another mother, because I trust nobody with my Mama except Rhonda. You know,
She's been so good.
I sent Mama to Scotland with Rhonda. I wouldn't send Ireland.
We went to Ireland.
I wouldn't send some people to Walmart with her, but I will. Rhonda can take her anywhere she wants to take her, because Rhonda watches after. Rhonda bosses her when she needs bossing. Rhonda tells her what to do when she needs told what to do, and Rhonda's got my cell phone number if she needs any help. So I'm so thankful that she has people in her life. And now Rhonda's more my age. That's Lorraine's daughter, so they hang out and they travel, and Mom and her make good travel companions, and it's wonderful. And
they're all wonderful. They're just every one of that I played cards with over the years.
Good friends are a blessing.
Oh yeah, and they're all good Christian people. That's the main thing too. Mm-hmm. They're good people.
Yeah, you all are a good bunch, even though against gambling carry on.
Oh, we don't gamble.
They play bingo. Now, they're not going to a parlor. I want to make that clear. They go to their house. And they got their own little bingo set up. And they've done this for their whole lives, even when they were children. When the ladies had children, it was a bingo night and stuff. And so Mama's got to be a part of that. And it's so much fun. And they'll take a little $5 gift, Dollar Tree gift, a little plaque, a little dish towel. And everybody brings one. They put them on a table. Right. So when you win, you get to go up and choose, or you can exchange.
No, you can get that one that's put out, but you can put it back and get you something else later on.
They just play, and it's fun. So if you have a group, 2, 3 people, y'all can do the same thing. And it's just fun. They also do, if you have a smaller group, like 3 people, they used to play Phase 10. It's a card game.
Kids game, really.
It's a kids game. And they used to play that every week, and they did the same thing. They loved it. Now, Phase 10 is a good card game for this kind of thing because it lasts a while. And you have 10 objectives in the game to get, like 7 sevens or something, per se.
2 sets of 3s and all that. It's fun.
And when you get to that level, whoever gets it first, then they move on to the next level. So somebody may be working on 2 sets of 3s, while somebody else is already up to level 4, and you're back here on level 2 because you can't get your 2 3s. So then it's 10 of those phases, and then whoever gets to the top first is the winner. So that's good, isn't it? It does. Daddy liked it too. Mom taught Daddy, and I'd come over here and they'd be sitting out in the sunroom playing Phase 10. And I never thought I'd see Dad playing anything other than Rook. My whole life, he wouldn't play board games. He wouldn't play anything except Rook.
And it's another Monopoly every once in a while with us.
Did he play Monopoly?
I think he
I never remember that, Mama. But then I probably didn't play much Monopoly.
No, it's too hard for it. You wanted the real money instead of playing.
I like to play. When I was a kid, my favorite games was Battleship. Now, Daddy would play that with me.
Yeah, you can play that.
And he was sneaky because what he would do a lot of times is like your ships had little holes in them, the top of them, and you put pegs in them. And then when I would call out, like it was a grid, you'd call it G7 or whatever, and you'd pull that peg out. When all was out, you was sank. Well, you had little bitty boats with 3 holes in them. You had big boats with like 7 holes in them. He would take 2 or 3 of his small ones and chain them together. So I would think maybe I destroyed the wrong one, and I'd be looking for another one. He was sneaky. But he taught me well, so later on I've done that to other kids.
Oh, wow.
I like that game.
And then Etch-a-Sketch, you used to take turns of drawing.
Can y'all believe, you Gen Xers, these kids are running around with iPads and all this stuff, and we was running around with Etch-a-Sketch.
And your daddy thought all the time he outdrawed you.
Oh, I know. One time I made it my goal in Etch-a-Sketch to completely clear the screen. And I know every kid's probably done that. So I could see what was in there. Well, it was just, 2 rods and a little thing it would scrape on the screen. Then when you would shake it up, and who knows what the Etch-a-Sketch stuff was. I don't know.
Graphite, probably.
I don't know what it was. But it was fun, but I thought, why did I even fool with that? But Etch a Sketch was big. Connect Four. Mama would play Connect Four.
And what was Granny's favorite?
Aggravation. Aggravation. And
Sorry and Aggravation. Sorry. Aggravation was her
you
favorite.
played Sorry some. That was a game too. It's just all kinds of good fun back then, and board
Yeah.
games and stuff, and family activity. That was always fun here. And we would play Rummy. I don't know, we probably didn't play it right, I don't know. But we would play that, and there was a game called Oh Maid and Go Fish.
I played them with you all the time.
And then my cousin, my dad's first cousin, Miss June Moses, she's deceased now, but she lived to be 92. She was a great mentor to me in my life. She had a game, and she and I would play it all the time at her house, and then later on she gave it to me. But it was, I don't remember, it was cardboard and it had a dial inside of it, and you would turn that dial, and these little figures would pop up in the pictures, and you let a piece of plastic over them, a coin, what am I trying to say? A disc of a thing. And then you would do the memory game, and you would like pick this one up, and then if you could match it on the other side or somewhere else on the board, then you got to keep those checkers. We'll call them checkers. And as the game went on, it got more difficult, and then the next time you would spin it so they'd be in different places, so you couldn't memorize where that was. And it was a fun game, and we would play it over and over and over, and Mama would play it some with me too. I wonder whatever happened to that old game.
I don't know.
I don't know. And then being an only child, and if you have an only child, this is a fun game for an only child in the way of board games, is Operation. I would play Operation forever by myself because it took a very steady hand. Do y'all remember the commercial? And it had a little pair of metal tweezers. We could have got
I
electrocuted.
never could.
We probably could have got electrocuted back then.
Oh, you couldn't have got electrocuted. I never could.
It was a guy laying on an operating table, and there was holes.
For bones.
And it would have a leg bone. You all probably know Operation. And it would say you'd pull a card and say remove the funny bone. And you'd have to take those metal tweezers and get between those metal that was around the edges of that, pick out that little plastic bone and not hit the edges because it takes a very steady hand. And if you got all the bones removed, you won.
I never did.
Mama didn't like it. Butterflies can't play that because she's just everywhere. You have to sit there and kind of do it.
And we had Atari game. Me and your daddy and your all played it.
No, that was my childhood Atari. I'm an Atari kid. I miss all the others. I was an adult by then. The operator guy, though, the fun part was he had a red nose, and it was a light. And if you hit that metal, it would go, and it would light up red. You was over. I know, that's what we did. My husband and I used to play Rook with the parents. Yes. It was a lot of fun. Love card games like that and board games. We do too, Ursula. Dad would say, get the Rook cards out. That meant, let's play some Rook. So I'd get the Rook cards out. We'd sit around the dining room table and play Rook till, really late. Like not 10:30 late, like 12:30 late. And then my aunt, later on when I became an adult, she would say, come over and let's play some Rook. Usually on a Friday night. She was a wildcat. She was Mama's sister, but there was quite a bit of difference. She would set up all night long. In fact, the way we ended our Friday night Rook games most times was breakfast at Hardee's. You played some Rook when you play all night long. She drank coffee, and we would sit around all night long, and there'd be about 4 of us, and we'd drink coffee and laugh and have the best times and good times. And about 6 o'clock in the morning, we'd be wrapping up and say, run to Hardee's and get us a biscuit. And we'd go to Hardee's, get biscuits, bring them back. We'd eat till about 7, and then we'd go home for Saturday
Go
morning
to
nap.
bed.
All night long. And Mama said, have you been playing cards all night long? I said, yes, we have. And we won. Me and her would win a lot of times. Now, the others would win occasionally. But she was good at it.
You and one sister-in-law cheated when you played together.
We did not.
Oh, Johnny, that's a pretty red shirt you got on.
She was complimentary, Mama.
Yeah.
We used to play board games called Pro. I think I remember something about
I
Pro.
don't remember that one.
I remember playing Rummy with my grandma. Rummy, yeah. Granny called it Three's Alike or something, didn't she?
Yeah, she.
It was Rummy. It was Rummy. It's just, let's play three of a kind.
Three of a kind.
Three of a kind. And that would mean you get 3 cards. It's, that was just alike. And you could put them down. Good morning. Hey, Stacy. I love Canasta. Donna, that I probably
Never
would,
played
but I've
that.
never played. I've heard of it. I love playing spades all night. Brenda Harper, I've never played a lot of spades. I do remember somebody trying to teach me one time how to play them. Pickup sticks was, oh my goodness,
I
Christy.
think your pickup sticks is still in the basement, I believe.
Mama loved pickup sticks. And she didn't sometimes want to fool with me because I was the only child and I was a pain. Because, only kids that, Mom, come and play because you think your mom can play anytime.
I did play with you all the time.
She would stop and play a lot of times, but sometimes she had other stuff to do. And she said, we'll play 2 hands of pickup sticks, 2 rounds of pickup sticks. And she was good at it, and I was terrible at it. So that was Mama's favorite. Let me get him satisfied and get on about my business game. Because she could beat me, I wasn't no good at it, and I wouldn't want to play no more. John, have you and Mama played Sequence? No. Pie Face. Now, Pie Face is a new one. The kids have played that here. It's funny, but no, I would never play that one. I told them, don't just
Is that
start.
where they put pie in your face?
It's a hand, and you fill it full of, what do you fill
Whipping
it full of?
cream
Whipped cream?
or
And if you pull something, then it smacks it in your face.
oh, they played that at church, didn't they?
Yeah. Not me. I didn't play that. Poker with matchsticks was fun. Sharon, I never have played poker for real, like to know what I was even doing. But matchsticks would probably be a good way to play it too. You wouldn't lose nothing. Good morning, Mama and John, watching from Richmond, Virginia. Hey,
Wow.
Jackie, how are you? We used to play spades every Thursday years ago. Now, if I was an adult, I could have played on a Thursday because I would have not worked on Friday because I would get into it. We had to play on the weekend, canasta and spades and dominoes.
I love them.
Mama loves dominoes. We used to play dominoes. I don't know how to really play dominoes.
My grandma, Mommy's mommy, she loved
Sequence
Chinese
is fun,
checkers.
Brandy. Oh, yeah. Now, Mama tried to teach me how to play Chinese
And
checkers.
when you played, Grandma said, come on, play some checkers with me. And she'd say, no, don't move that and move
Kings
this
in the
one.
corner.
So
Never heard
you
of that,
just
David.
sit there and move wherever she told you to.
Chesty, my friends as adults, they had a Jenga game, and I did play Jenga a few times, and I did like Jenga, but I've never owned a Jenga game. Does anyone remember having the metal loom that as kids you could weave pop? Oh,
Oh, you did that
Tammy,
all the time.
that was my Christmas.
Everybody
Got a pot holder for Christmas.
from you.
Plus, it was cheap. You could buy bags of those little thingy things, and all you had to do is stick them on there, and then
He made them
Pull them.
constantly for a long time.
I thought I was doing something good by making because my granny would make people quilts, and Mom would make people stuff for Christmas, and I thought, I could make them a pot holder. And the thing was, I really didn't like doing it. It was just like, ugh. And I think, I gotta get Mom a pot holder made. And they weren't good pot holders. They were just about the size of the palm of your hand. By the time I got through with them. Ever play 52 pickup? Oh,
Yeah.
Colleen, you were a prankster.
Yeah.
52 pickup, in case you've never known, that's where one of your prankster friends says, hey, do you want to play 52 pickup? And you'll say, what is it? It's a card game. You want to play? Sure. They get the cards out and they slow them and say, okay, there's 52 cards. Pick them up.
Yeah.
Pranksters. I did, and we used to sell our pot holders in the neighborhood. Dorothy.
You never sold that.
Dorothy, I couldn't have sold mine at the Goodwill. Mine was the ugliest little rounded out, stretched,
I
big
have to sew
knots.
some of your loose strings together.
They were sad. I wasn't no pot holder maker.
You thought you was. You made it.
Gray and pink pot holders were my favorite. I don't remember gray, but I did remember I made Mom a pink and blue one time. Looked like a baby shower. Used to love to make pot holders out of that stuff. I liked it for a minute, but then when I had to make Granny one and Mama one and Mama one and the aunts and they would always act like they were so pretty, but I wasn't but 4 or 5 probably. Pot holder. Now so I've seen some that looks pretty good. I used to play Hungry Hungry Hippo. Leslie, that game is a little. I was a little older, but the kids at church play it. And then one time at church, if my memory is right, they played it. They took something put on the floor, and they used the kids. And the kid would get in with a bowl, and they would pull them, and they were sliding them in and out with their feet when it was an activity they done for the youth. So that was a funny little thing. But the Hungry Hippo was a big church. Like we would have a lesson, and then they would have playtime, and the kids always liked that Hungry Hippo, and they would just pow, 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 to try to pull that in. So it was funny. But I do remember the game. I just never did, as a kid, play it. Clue. Sharon, I forgot about Clue.
I love Clue. That
Mama
was my
loved
favorite.
Clue. She thought she was Murder, She Wrote.
Mr. Green.
Mama would always, this was Mama when she was winning. You could see it in her eyes, and I'd sit there and think, she knows who it is. So when she would get through, when you called the win, and she'd say, I know who it is, or whatever you had to do, I don't even remember now.
Yeah.
She'd grab that envelope, she'd pull it open, and she'd say, Mrs. Scarlett, in the library, with a candlestick. I told you. I told you, she'd say. I know who it is. As soon as she said that, we knew it had. She'd grab that little envelope, and there it would be. Now, then she'd
I'll
say,
have to hunt Clue game up and play Clue with you.
who were the characters in Clue? Colonel Mustard,
Colonel Mustard,
Mrs. Scarlet,
uh,
Professor Plum,
yeah, and something Green, Mr. Green.
Mr. Green, and he was a bald-headed guy, had a little hair on the side. Scarlet had long hair, and I think was she smoking a cigarette? So you wouldn't have that in a kid's game now.
Red.
And it was on one of the big long poles. There was a maid, Mrs. White. Was that her
I can't
name?
remember them all.
Colonel Mustard, I remember him.
Mr. Plum.
Mr. Plum. And then
Professor Plum.
Professor Plum, and there was Mr. Green. Who are the other characters? You don't remember Nutty Tina? No, I never played that. Monopoly. We would play Monopoly, but I just found out the other day, well, within the year, we didn't play Monopoly correctly. We would just, if you land on it, you got to buy it. But I think the real way, you're supposed to auction it off if you don't buy it.
We never did auction.
We never did auction it off, so you offer it up to other people and they bid on it. So I don't.
We
I
always
didn't know.
wanted Boardwalk and Park Place. That
Yeah.
was the two highest paying.
Good morning, Shirley. Ever play Light Bright?
Yeah.
Ray, that was one of my favorite things because I was an only child and I could do it by myself. And you would order those, you could go to TGNY and get those replacement sheets. And I love Lite-Brite. And the funny thing about Lite-Brite, there was two things. I enjoyed it, but then I was disappointed too. And I'll tell you, you'll know why. So you had these black construction paper, and they had little X's, and they had the like Y for yellow, G for green, they had letters on it. Well, you'd plug these little plastic things in and poke through that into a light box, and then it would light up. So if it was an R, you'd put a red light in there, and that light would light up. You'd have some beautiful pictures, wouldn't you? And but you couldn't do nothing with them. Once you took the lights out, it's gone. And I would hate to mess up my picture. I wanted to put on the refrigerator and let it light up or something. Because you just had one light box and one picture, and once you seen it, you just had to look at it and then tear it off. So I would put mine on there, and I'd put it up on a shelf, and I'd plug it in, and I'd let it light the room for a day or two, and then I'd think, I'd like to do another picture, but then I'd have to give up this picture. So it always kept me wanting my picture, but hating to tear it up. Anybody else out there that crazy?
No.
Some of y'all probably are. I always wanted to learn to play chess. I did learn how to play chess, Cheryl. I've lost it probably by now. I'd have to brush up on it. But I had a cousin that went to school that had chess, and he taught me how, and we would play. Guess who? That was sort of like a clue, wasn't it? You had some clues, and you could guess who it was. Mrs. Peacock, yes, was a character in Clue. Mrs. Peacock, I remember her.
She dressed in blue, that was right.
Uh-huh. I was an only child too, John. I love playing with jacks. Teresa, I didn't ever get into jacks. Mama would play them.
I love jacks to play.
Happy Saturday morning. What was the game where you had to touch different color circles? Twister. Twister. I never did play it much, except my cousin had it, and when we would all get together, all the first cousins would get together, we would play Twister. Good morning, John. But that ain't really a game you can play by yourself. My husband played the game of Sorry using the game board and cards. We had Oh, I hate that, Kel. I've never heard of that game either, though. Yes, Lite-Brite was what memories. Yeah, Lite-Brite was fun. I remember growing up, my sister and I liked the game Trouble.
Yeah, we hit the ball in the center, the club thing.
And it had a man. What was Clobber? It was Clobber.
Trouble was the thing in the middle, and you hit it, and you moved what the dice said or something.
And Clobber was a little robot of a thing you attached to the outside, and you'd pull his leg, and you could snap it, and it would shoot the other person's piece away. And there was a game called Othello.
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember it had black and white.
Dots.
I forget what I remember, but I remember us having it. Good morning.
It was black on one side and
white on the other. Have you ever played Life? Yes, and we used to play Life.
You've still got that old Life game, I believe.
Sharon says Barbie hairstyle head.
No, we never had that here.
My friend, she had a Barbie hairstyle head. She played with it all the time. How about Perfection? I don't remember that one either. Spin the bottle. Now, Alice, that was an older kid's game. Yes, I had one of them too. Hula hoops.
Oh,
yep,
yeah,
we did hula hoops. Mama can hula hoop.
I used to could hula hoop.
I can hula, but it don't do the whole hoop.
I used to could hula hoop pretty good.
Trouble. Yep, Trouble was a good one. Hi to both of y'all.
We used to jump
Do you
rope.
see me? Patsy Owens, we see you. What happened to your sister? I don't have a sister. Her? Mama's sister? she passed away 15 years ago this month. Good morning, John and Mama. I like playing Uno. Oh, yes, Uno. We still play Uno.
Yeah, we still got
We still play Face 10 and Uno. Rummy. We call it Rummy.
Three of a kind is Granny's.
Or three alike, as Granny would say. And we can't play Rook. You really have to have 4 to play Rook if you do partners. You can play singles, but 3. You can play 3 singles, but with 2 it's harder to play. So, all right, Mama, you got anything you want to add?
No, we've talked for years, so.
All right, Mama. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and y'all have a blessed day. And hopefully Mama won't put me to work. Hopefully I can just sit and drink coffee.
Rest, maybe.
Say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.